G'day everyone and thanks for tuning in. In this Backyard Revealed series, I'm gonna be showing you what's there to see, things to do, and restaurants to dine in, all within driving distance from the town of Gawler that I live in. Catch up on past episodes of Backyard Revealed and they're available in the description below. Hit the subscribe button and bell icon so you do not miss out on further episodes. For now, we're gonna be driving an hour south to the beachside suburb of Glenelg. So let's do this. Good day everyone and welcome back to my channel. And today you're joining me in what is possibly Adelaide's premier seaside suburb of Glenelg. So I'm gonna take a walk around to see what this place has to offer, and we'll end our visit in a lavish buffet dinner. So I'm pretty hungry and I can't wait to get this visit started, so let's do this. Welcome to Glenelg, a beachside suburb of the South Australian capital of Adelaide. It's located on the shore of Holdfast Bay, looking out into St. Vincent Gulf. And it's a popular tourist destination due to its beaches, several hotels, and heaps of restaurants and cafes. Established in 1836, it is the oldest European settlement in South Australia. The centre of life in Glenelg is undoubtedly Moseley Square. Pop-up attractions are frequently installed here, ranging from Ferris wheels, thrill rides, and for this winter, it's a sheltered skating rink popular with the kids. The town hall is also found here, which houses a museum showcasing the history of Glenelg. As with seaside suburbs of Adelaide, they're best experienced at dusk, where we can gather to enjoy a stunning sunset, depending on the weather of course. The largest and most luxurious hotel is the Stamford Grand, located along the foreshore. As it is the tallest structure in the vicinity, uninterrupted views of the sea or the city in the distance is guaranteed. The foreshore at Moseley Square is an extremely popular spot to watch the New Year's Eve fireworks. You can imagine hotels here charge a premium as soon as the date of December 31st is selected. Trendy bars and Instagram-worthy cafes surround this square, and it's definitely the location to be seen in. The tram line is one of Adelaide's oldest railway lines, opening on 2nd of August 1873. It runs from Adelaide City and terminating here at Moseley Square after a zippy 30-minute ride. This easy access from the city results in Glenelg being one of the top destinations for tourists visiting Adelaide. Moseley Square connects directly into Jetty Road. The hive of activity continues here, which transforms into more restaurants, cafes, bars, and some serious retail therapy. There is something for everyone. You can imagine during summer, this street is almost unpassable, choked full with traffic. Today it is thankfully slightly more peaceful. Being an area with so much history, some structures dating back to the 1800s have thankfully been preserved. Through the progression of time, there are also heaps of 1950s Art Deco inspired buildings thrown in for good measure. If you're interested in historical architecture, Glenelg is definitely the place to visit. Now, after walking around Glenelg, it's definitely worked up an appetite. So we have ended up here at the Watermark Hotel. This is where we're gonna have our buffet. Now, for some strange reason, buffets are not really popular in Adelaide. Maybe you can tell me why in the comments why this is so. Because when I was living in Singapore, you know, buffets were like something we always did over the weekend. I even flew to Jakarta for Sunday brunch when I was living in Singapore. But over here in Adelaide, buffets are a bit hard to come by. So this is one of those that I found early on. They were closed during COVID, so they've been out of action for about 2 years, and they've recently opened up again about 4 weeks ago. So you can imagine the excitement. So I was so happy to come back here to eat. So here am I again today, making a trip to Glenelg just to document what's in there for this video. So I'm pretty hungry now. Let's go eat. This is the Watermark Hotel, which was opened in the early 2000s. It's a local favorite for people to hang out over a classic pub meal and a drink. The highlight for many is really the international buffet. Bookings are definitely essential, and you're allocated a seating time to have your meals. Today, we've chosen the earliest time slot of 5 to 7 p.m. because, you know, pushing 50, we go to bed early. Ah yes, look at this. The peace and tranquility. The calm before the storm. Before the crazy rush of hungry diners trample me to death, let's take a quick look at the selection we're dealing with. We start with the Chinese section, which is extremely popular. By Chinese, I mean Aussie Chinese, not Chinese Chinese. So it's the usual lemon chicken, plum pork, dim sims, salt and pepper squid and the like. The kiddie section has spring rolls, nuggets, chips and fried fish. Oh my, baked fish, butter chicken, yum. Heartier options include lamb shanks and beef stroganoff, and my personal favorite, classic roast of pork and beef. There are also vegetables to accompany the roast, which I will ignore. Carbs, I will also ignore. And the seafood section, which consists of mussels and prawns. Can we start eating already, please? We obviously start with the seafood, and I get cracking on a plump, sweet mussel. It had a sweet chili sauce on it, which I don't mind, although I would have preferred it to be natural. Watch me deshell a prawn with my fork and knife. Do note that this only works when the prawn is fresh, so the shell can come off easily. I could eat this all day, but I have other dishes to go through. So let's pace ourselves, eh? Next, we have a plate of Aussie Chinese. Black bean beef, plum pork, honey chicken, salt and pepper squid, spring roll, veggie omelette, and dim sim. The beef was alright, nothing surprising there. Plum pork was actually pretty good, and so was the honey chicken. This plate was mostly comfort food, which was more about quantity rather than quality. So I was very surprised how delicious the salt and pepper squid was. The flavor was absolutely punchy and danced in my mouth. Dim sim is as Aussie as backyard Barbie. It was invented in Melbourne, Chinatown sometime in the 1940s. It's really leftover mush bundled together with cabbage to fluff it up, and voila! the humble dim sum was born. It can be had deep fried or steamed like this one. This is a plate of baked salmon, butter chicken, beef stroganoff, and my favorite roast beef. The baked fish was absolutely delicious. It was moist, flaky, and very, very fatty. But beware of the bones though. Oh man, the butter chicken was really, really tasty. And they thankfully used succulent slices of chicken thigh which complemented the dish very well. After tasting the butter chicken, I could no longer taste the beef stroganoff. No fault of this dish really, just that the spices from the butter chicken had pretty much taken over my mouth. This became more of a palate cleanser for the roast beef, which was extremely flavorful. You can't tell from the footage, but it was still pink, just the way I like it. It was time for dessert, so let's nudge our way around the sweets island. By now, I was already heading towards the edge of the cliff because off camera, I've had a few more repeat serves of the savory stuff. It's time to finish off with something sweet. On my plate, I only had room for a coconut rice pudding, chocolate mousse, a cute assortment of cakes, and a chocolate profiterole. The coconut rice pudding was sensational. Tasted very much like a sweet porridge. Chocolate mousse was extremely rich and made my jaws ache in a good way. Ooh, I think my toes curled as well. The cakes were a bit weak, so I didn't really enjoy it that much. And finally, the chocolate profiterole. I have a weak spot for choux pastry, so this was up my alley. Definitely yummo to the max. And with that, I am officially done eating. Dinner is done and dusted. This is definitely a good place to get a decent feed if you're hungry. And yeah, Glenelg is just a place to come to, and this place is good to get your tummy filled. Well, that was dinner all done, and I'm about done for the night. I ate a lot and I am so full. I'm just thinking about my drive back to Gawler. It's gonna take me another hour to get back home. I'm not looking forward to the drive, but I'd like to thank you guys for watching the video up to this point, and thanks for all your support. If you're curious about where else you want to explore in Adelaide and you want me to go there and see what my take is on it, let me know in the comment sections where else you want me to go. Alright, in the meantime, I'm gonna chuck details of my Instagram on your screen right now, so it gives you an idea of the kind of videos that will be coming up on my channel. Okay, and of course, more importantly, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and tap the bell notification icon so you do not miss out on what's coming up next. In the meantime, have a good night all of you, and I'll see you again for my next video. Take care. Bye.